Alright, hey guys, this time around I got the, what do they call them? The Raptor style LED grill kit. The 3 lights to put in the grill. Let's see if I can, so we can do that. And with it, that's this right here. The 3 lights. Of course, they offer with 4 lights or 5 lights if you want. Amber or white. And I got these from F150LED's. Like I did the puddle lights. I was real happy with the puddle lights, and so I'm trying these guys again. And this is the harness. The 3 lights plug into that. Then you have the ends. Then also got, let's click on it, the wire. That guy right there. So it's plug and play. You don't have to do any splicing. You get in behind the one of the headlights, and you put this in between the plug that's in there, and then you have these 2 guys, plus and minus. And when the marker lights come on the Bronco, these will be on. There'll be no switch. They'll come on automatically. So that's what I'm going with. We'll see how it works out. And they have a really good installation. Of course, for this, they have an installation for a F150 truck, which is a little bit different than the Bronco, but I'm still going to have to get up underneath the wheel well to get to that plug, just like in their video. So I'm just going to basically cover it, not get too carried away, show you what I'm doing. And because like I said, F-150 already LEDs, they already have a videos on there for installation. So here we go. Okay, I reviewed the video they have online, and that's for an actual F-150, which is a little different and easier to get to than the Bronco. So you can see I've already pulled the plug, and in order to pull the plug, all you gotta do is push down on that little guy right there. You can't hardly see it, can you? That little side guy. Let's see if we get some light on here. There we go. Push down on that thing right there and pull. But the trick is, you can't see it. I guess if you decide you want to pull the wheel off, which, yeah, you can't see crap, can you? It's back up in there. Yeah. Can you see where it was plugged in? I don't know if you can or not. So it's all by feel. I got it out, so we'll continue on. Again, their video says 3 bolts. I took out 1, 2, 3, and then there's one back here, 4, to make it easier to pull that back out of the way and get in there. It's a dog to get to, but yeah, go for it. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to show you what I'm doing. First of all, here's the new wire. And you got that little guy, like I pointed out before. That goes to the inboard side of the truck. So it'll plug in just like that. Not like that. This way. So I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I might end up giving up. But this is what I've been doing. Purely in the dark by feel. Which is pretty much the way I've been living my life. Last 60 years. And that's got it. You can't really see shit. No. But there's the wire I just put in. Plugged it into the back of the headlight. And then, I can't do it one-handed, sorry. These 2 go together. So, we'll get that done and then continue on. Okay, you can see that's the loose end of the plug-in wire. Got it tucked back up in there. And I I fished these two guys. Yep, I'll have to fish it up again. Anyway, I fished them up through here so that these are up in the engine bay. So for my connection on the lights. So that'd be better having, I think. These kind of connections always bother me because they, even though to some degree they protect the connection, they still allow moisture to get in there and over time corrode. And that's a problem down the road. The lights will stop working because the wires are corroded inside these things. I might use some Densil tape to protect them, but we'll worry about that later. Yep, moving on. I'm not going to put the fender well, whatever you want to call it, back together until I know I've got a good connection and the lights are working. So, yep, we'll get started on the lights next, which is first thing you got to do is these have stickums, and they'll go in. Got to take this piece, which is, there's like 9 or so little snap-ons. Take this piece off so you can get down in here and work, because you can't get to the grill, so you got to reach around. Anyway, they'll stick in there just like that, and I'll update you as I go along. Okay, so pulled that guy out. That was real easy. Nine of these little guys. Pull the top part out first, or the middle part out, and then pull the rest of it out. Easy peasy. If you're doing this yourself, you probably already know that. Snake these through. I know a lot of people like them close together. I'm spreading mine out farther apart. Of course, F150LED's, they do offer a 4 light kit and a 5 light kit if you want to put lights all the way across, or whatever, you know. It's everybody's own taste. It's your Bronco. Do what you want to with it, for Christ's sake. Anyway, their video on this part is specific to the Bronco, so I don't have to go into great detail. But here's the wires hanging out. The next step is this guy, which, man, I don't know why they gave you this much wire. I mean, you can see right there, there's the ends, my plus and minus, and these almost reach over to it. The one farthest away is, so I mean, you only need about another 1 or 2 of, and good Lord, there must be, stretch it out, there's probably 6 feet of wire. So, just like when I did the other project with the with those lights, all the extra wire is going to be zip tied in place. So I try to do that so it looks halfway decent, and you see how that works out. I'll get it all wired up here and take a picture of it and show you the outcome. But yeah, F150LED's, this part of it is specific to the Bronco. Popping that plug in to the back of the light. If it wasn't for the battery and all the associated crap with it, it'd be nice to be able to get into that light right there. But anyway, y'all know the trick. If you have questions, ask. Anyway, I'll follow up here in just a few. Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to point out that these connections do have an O-ring, and after they're pushed together, it screws together. So that's nice. There's very little chance of any corrosion, any moisture or anything getting into this connection where these two go together. They go together really nice, and like I say, you tighten that right up. That O-ring is protecting it, so that's really a nice feature there. They thought of that. By the way, this wire, I measured it, is 9 feet long. I'm sure for some installations, like if you're going to run a switch out of your cab for these, you need all that wire. The only thing I would suggest to F150LED's is that maybe have 2 kits. Have one kit specific for a short run and one for a long run. That might confuse things and actually cost more. I don't know, but that's a lot of wire to have to zip tie in this little space. So, you know, I only need a foot of wire. I got 9 feet. All right, moving on. Yeah, just real quick. Man, getting those things stuck in there. I mean, so I ended up using a paint stick. I was using the paint stick after I got it in position, and then lift up to get it good and stuck. That's what I did. Because, I mean, you're just not going to get your fingers in there, you know, to get the back side of it pushed up. So, and even putting your fingers underneath, you just ain't getting to it. Anyway, that's what I did. Okay, it's all done. They work. Here's where the wires come out. This piece that I took off. There's a big gap for them to come out. There's enough slack to put that up. Of course, I don't have to put that up because I put gas shocks, so I don't have to deal with the hood thing. Anyway, so yeah, I got it all secured right down there. There they are. Let's take a look. Okay, and thought I turned it on. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, that don't look bad, huh? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm a Raptor for about $30,000 or $40,000 less. I had thought about it, and I think I'm going to even suggest to these guys that oh god damn it! All right, Jesus Christ. You know, they have the fuse at the very end of this 9 feet of wire. If they were to actually put this fuse, because it's in line, so if you cut it, and besides that, this really nice line is shrink wrapped to keep moisture and crap from getting inside that protective cover. If this was down here close to these, then you could cut this to length, and you wouldn't have this big ball of wire under your hood. That's just my suggestion. If y'all have better ideas, by all means tell those people. Anyway, that looks pretty good, I think. So I hope this video is helpful. I know there was one thing I was going to do on the back, but they're pretty expensive. They have a F150LED's has some lights, for backup lights that you mount down there. And they tie right into the, they have a, same thing as these lights up here on the front. They have a fitting that, a piece of wire that plugs right into the what's it called? The trailer hitch lights. I might do that, I might not, I haven't really decided. But I am leaning really heavily towards getting one of their lights for under the hood. When you pop it open, the light comes on and you got light underneath it here, especially if you got to look at it in the dark. Y'all know how that goes. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. Like or hate, comment, follow, always appreciated. Of course, I'm not getting anything for free here. I'm not getting paid to do these. I'm just, you know, I'm doing it to mine, so I figured it might help somebody else along the road. Whatever. You guys take it easy out there.